Everyone, Achikah here, and it is time to announce the winner of the first base-off contest. I'm super stoked about it, actually. So first and foremost, before I get into this video, I just wanted to give a huge thank you to everyone who participated in base-off in every way. So the contestants, when I started this, I wasn't expecting to get more than one or two entries, honestly, and if I did get that, that was huge. Like, that was all I really needed. I just kind of wanted to facilitate, like, a communal base building experience and just kind of, like, have fun and create things with other artists and designers and people. And you guys turned out. We got 9 entries, and not only was the quantity there, but the quality was immaculate. Like, you guys, the bases you guys created, they're beautiful. All of them were absolutely fantastic, and it was an absolute joy and pleasure to be able to tour them. And yeah, like, I couldn't believe it. I was completely flabbergasted when I was when I was walking through them on stream. Like, I don't know, you guys just brought it. And so thank you so much. And shout out to all the creators and all 9 of the contestants, because man, like, yeah, you guys did not make it easy for me to judge whatsoever. Yeah, and also thank you to all the donators too. I was just going to throw up some stuff that I paid out of pocket for, or that I had lying around, that I had gotten, and I thought was rare, just to give away. For people who might need it. And I can safely say that because of the generosity of the base building community and just the DCUO community in general, that Base Off is funded for a very long time, and I am just completely, I'm blown away just by everything, by the entries, by the donations, by the support, people word of mouth, bumping the forum threads. This has been like a really amazing experience, and I can't wait to continue with it with you guys, because yeah, yeah, you guys have been great, so thank you so much. So before I get even more long-winded, I'll put some timestamps in here, because I want to tell you guys how this is going to go. So for the base building, what I want to do is or the base entries here, like the winners circle. I want to kind of give a reason for who I chose. So this might get a little bit, like I said, long-winded. I will leave timestamps, so if you're just here to see the winners, you can just skip ahead. I'll do my best to cut out all my long-winded explanations and everything, and just kind of give you the winner rundown here. And also I'll be announcing it in the forum, so if you just want to see the post version, it's there too. So okay, so let's get into the meat of everything. So I posted on the forums the criteria for judging. I had 5 main categories. You can go over there and read them if you want like a more detailed explanation. But basically the 5 criteria that I set out for myself were creativity, craftsmanship, logic, storytelling, and aesthetics were the main things I was looking for. And I didn't weigh one over the other at all. It just, those were the categories I was kind of feeling or thinking about as I was walking through the bases. So yeah, so there's that. And then also, as a side note, I just wanted to let you guys know that, again, art is subjective. This is just my viewpoint. You don't have to agree with it. I tried my best to be as logical and as fair and as, as I'm just trying my best to judge as best as I can. And you might not agree, and that's completely fair. Art is art. Everything's subjective. So just a little, again, this is just my opinion. So just a little disclaimer. Yeah. So anyway, let's get into it. We will start with the 3rd place winner, which was honestly probably the hardest to decide, because there were 2 bases in particular that were dueling it out the entirety of me trying to figure out all the bases. Like, I was in and out of everybody's base this week, so if I saw you guys, awesome. You probably saw me creeping in your bases, because I went back through like at least 3 or 4 times in everybody's base just to give it a proper showing. But these two bases I went through probably over a dozen times because it really came down to like it came down to the wire. Like they were so close, and they couldn't be more different in theming either or bases. So it was like it was extremely difficult to choose between them. So between third place and runner up, we had battling it out Skylar's Kitsune Sanctuary and Lady Clay's Catwoman's Apartment. So Skylar's base was more of a greenery base. It was very nature themed, and it was lush. It felt bigger than a dive base because it was full of tree lines, and it gives you the illusion of being lost in this mystical forest. It had the beautiful torii gates, which were extremely creative. I've never seen anybody make torii gates out of Teen Titan posts before. That was incredible. It also had these really beautiful moments of letting you breathe. Like it was just a rest. Like you didn't need maximalism in the base. You just had this very wonderful resting spot, which also created like a powerful, like it made what was there more powerful, if that makes it's like it's cinematically, like that grave, for instance. I really love that grave site that was there, or that altar, because you just let that field of grass just be there before it, and it gave it this depth, like this power, because there was nothing in front of it, and it was just at the very back. And it really made it stand on its own. And then when you finally got to the Fox Sanctuary, it wasn't more than it needed to be. It was open, it was lush, it was beautiful. It had the foxes and the tea and the flowers and the cherry blossoms, and it was phenomenal. It's a very beautiful base. With Lady Clay's Catwoman's Apartment, it couldn't be more different. It is a rundown Gotham City apartment building, and it is very man-made. It's very stark. It feels like gritty, like you're in an apartment, like an old rundown apartment building, and that's the beauty of it. It feels like you had just come out, like if when you come in and out of your base from a teleporter, right? It felt like you had just walked off the Gotham City street of DCO into this apartment building. That's how believable it was. It felt like it was an instance. You walk into this lobby, and then you go up the elevator into a hallway, and there are 3 apartments too. And as you progress, you get a feel for who lives in each apartment. You had the down on their luck drug dealer. You had the want to look as if they're normal person, but if you go into, you find all the skeletons in their closet, literally. In this occult den, which you guys didn't see it on stream because I did not break the door because I wasn't aware it was there, and I went back in and I was like, whoa, there's a doorway there. So that very normal apartment, if you caught the live stream, is actually an occultist, very creepy serial killer in there. And then across the hall lives Selena Kyle in her very nice, very pampered apartment, like compared to the other very rundown ones. She did a bit of work, it looks like, or keeps it at least clean. And then you break this armoire that's in the back bedroom, and you see all her, trinkets and everything that she found. And it's just, I don't know, I just really liked how the story progressed, and the way you mapped out that dive theme to get that many rooms, like 5 rooms plus the hallway, and the little Easter egg closets, like that was incredible. It's great. It's a good base. So again, it came down to very little details, and I have to say, so for third place, I'm going to give it to Lady Clay's Catwoman's Apartment. And Skylar, shout out to runners up, because yeah, you definitely, like I said, both bases brought it, but overall, I just feel like the creativity of that apartment and the believability that there was in it just outweighed the serenity and beauty of Skylar's, just by like I can't even like make a hand gesture by how small. It was just like a hair. So shout out to Skylar for runner up, definitely. And third place will go to Lady Clay's Catwoman's Apartment. So next we have first and second place, which also was a battle. Because both of the level of creativity and nuance and attention to detail in both of these were just, they were on like another level, and they battled each other pretty hard. So I have Great Goddess Danu's, Ambrosia Spa, and Rill's Crypt were the ones that were being fighting out for second and first place. And the reason for that was there was just so much attention to detail in each base. It was an experience in each of them. And again, both of them couldn't be more different, right? Rill's Crypt was a dark fantasy, like, labyrinth of hell and sorrow and decrepitness. And then you have the Ambrosia Spa by Danu that is serene and clean, and it just, you could walk through it, and it again, it lets you breathe. It had like this very like effervescent feel to it, and it was uplifting, and it I don't know, like the detail again in both of them was just great. Like it's hard to even like go into the details because there were so many of them. The use of items in Danu's Spa, like the dolphins around the fountain, I thought was really cool and worked really well, and kind of gave it like, it followed the same theming of the sparkles and beauty and elegance of the whole thing. And then the Nectar of the Gods, Himalayan sea salt foot bath was really cool, and so were all the mani-pedi stations. And the massage tables, like with the little the medical push carts that were used as like oil, like essential oil, or like, things for the masseuse to be using. And all this, like, while in a very well designed, like, utopian spa, you know what I mean? Grecian spa. It was great. Like, it was absolutely fantastic. And then you have Rill's Crypt, which was completely the opposite. It did not let you breathe. It was dark. It was humid. It was rainy. It was dirty. It was a crypt, and it had horrible things happening inside of it. Fires and gargoyles and dirt, cobwebs. Like, the whole ceiling was collapsing upon itself. There were skeletons littered everywhere, grave robbers. And then you made your way through this chaos of this broken down crypt into this very beautiful, eloquent, like serene gravesite for what seemed to be like this very important individual. And the atmosphere that was created with the lighting and the rain and everything, it was so next level. Also, the amount of detail literally made my frame rate drop. I don't know if you guys caught that in the live stream, but you'll probably catch it again in the showcase. But I'm pretty sure he used almost all 700 spots in a dive base, which is absolutely insane. You crazy person. Which I don't know how you almost ran out of space with a dive theme, but I'm pretty sure you almost did. But yeah, so it came down to those two bases fighting it out, and both of them were again fantastic. But for the judging, I went with what I thought. Like, there was one specific element that uplifted one from the other, and I will tell you after I announce. So in second place, we have Great Goddess Danu's Ambrosia Spa, and in first place we have Rill's Crypt. Rill's Crypt is the winner of the first base-off competition, and the reason it is the winner, what uplifted it the most, was the incorporation of sound. I have never, like, there's sometimes I'll realize sound in a bass. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, I like how the grill sounds here, or that sounds there. Rill literally made his bass sound like a thunderstorm. With you can't see it in the VOD that I put out. You can hear it in the VOD, of course, the thunderstorm. It is there, but he trapped the malfunctioning T-squares in chemical tubes behind in each of the little cubbies to give it this, so that they would be shooting off lightning and it would sound like a thunderstorm with the rain. And it was just, there are also ghosts that were in there, like the little ghost pets that were moaning. I don't know if you guys could hear that on the VOD, because I definitely, you can hear it with the headset. And just the incorporation of sound is so, don't get me wrong, both, like the bass itself is absolutely beautiful, like you know, like same with Dan is, both of them had this maximalist finished pristine quality for the theming that they were both going for. But the incorporation of sound is so absolutely next level and so creative and just so ingenious that it made the whole bass. It was atmospheric, as it was atmospheric as hell, and it was absolutely wonderful. So that is why Rill is the winner. Rill's Quipped is the winner of this this base off contest. So Rill will be getting, I think it was a Surging Chroma, the Coolant Beam, Otherworldly Demon Skull, your choice of the Van Helsing door or the Limbo Town windows, and then one of the little pets that's running around here. So, and as well, there, you guys know the list of prizes. So I'll be contacting everybody this week to see which prizes you want, if there was a option for one or the other, and then I will start mailing things out to you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Base Off. So thank you so much again for all the participants who participated. I will be touring each and one of your bases, and I will be giving more feedback and like doing the whole story and the tour, as you see on the channel, as usual, to give like a lot more attention to detail on every single of their bases. So that means 3 uploads for you guys for the next 3 weeks. So I think I'm going to start with the first 3, the third, second, and first prize, and then after that it's just going to be a nice randomizing of one over the other. Like just like I want to kind of spread out the nature bases and the more city based bases, so that way it gives it a nice little flow, so you guys have different things to view as the weeks go on. And next week, expect the next announcement for Base Off Volume 2. Yeah, it should be a good time. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the theme. Yeah, I'm not going to say more about that, so no hints here. So yeah, if you guys just stay tuned, keep watching the channel, subscribed if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate it. And again, hopefully you guys won't be sick of me, because there are going to be a lot of uploads in the next week. Stay tuned on the forums. I'll have a post as well as a video on here for all the details for the next Base Off. And yeah, congrats to all the winners, and thank you so much to all the participants. And yeah, this is, yeah, I don't know what else to say other than I am truly, truly impressed by the base community. You guys are just the best. So thank you again for participating and watching this, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.